If you want to get ahead of most people in 6 months, you need to face 2 truths head-on. First, know exactly what you don't want. Second, understand where you're headed if nothing changes. Take a moment to step back and observe the world around you. Watch the crowd. Notice how mindless routines and habits forge a future that's anything but inspiring. This isn't just idle observation. It's a call to arms. Don't simply scroll past what's on the surface of everyday life. Instead, peel back the layers. Get intensely curious about why things are the way they are and challenge every detail. If you accept everything at face value, you're stuck in the same loop that got you here in the first place. This is your moment to think deeper, to evolve beyond the automatic behaviors of the masses. Now, here's another twist. It's actually easier to define what you don't want than to pinpoint your dream life. Think of it as creating an anti-vision board, a deliberate list of every outcome, habit, or situation you'd rather avoid. It might sound counterintuitive, but this reverse engineering is a powerhouse tool. When you actively detail the future you fear, the daily grind, a stagnant career, or a life filled with regret, you unlock a stark clarity about what you really desire. Use your displeasure as a catalyst. That raw, uncomfortable energy, it's not a flaw, it's your fuel for transformation. Picture this. You're about to embark on a workout. Before you step onto the treadmill, you imagine the life unfolding if you skip that session, if you surrendered to complacency. That surge of anger or disappointment isn't negative, it's potent. It's the energy that, when harnessed, can drive you to shatter your limitations and sculpt the future you deserve. This is not about wallowing in negativity. It's about transforming the discomfort into a relentless, focused force for positive change. So here's your challenge. Grab a notebook and set a timer for 30 minutes. In that space, become a fearless architect of your destiny. Start by documenting your anti-vision. List every unwanted outcome, what you refuse to become, what each day should never look like, the habits that will lead you astray. Let your pen spill out those fears and frustrations in raw, unfiltered detail. As uncomfortable as it feels, this exercise lays the groundwork for a crystal-clear vision of what you truly aspire to. It's a mirror reflecting the path you must avoid, so you can boldly chart the opposite course. In essence, you're not just dreaming up your ideal future by dazzling yourself with grand ideas. You're constructing it by knowing exactly what to dodge at all costs. Each time you feel that spark of negativity, whether it's while working out or facing a tough day, channel it. Let it remind you that every small action is a stepping stone away from the future you dread and toward the vibrant, purposeful life you crave. This isn't just theory. Many of history's trailblazers harnessed the powerful duality of vision and anti-vision to fuel their journeys. Now it's your turn. Embrace the discomfort. Let's sharpen your focus and step into the role of the determined architect of your own destiny. Now reflect on this. What are the unique habits and influences in your daily life that you've never questioned? How can turning your raw emotions into actionable strategies redefine your future? Dive into these questions and start your transformation today, because the future waits for no one, and your power lies in the choices you make right now. Imagine your life as your very own project. Focus on one big goal, one clear vision of the future that really matters to you. At the same time, figure out what you absolutely do not want to happen. Too often, the image of a bad future comes from simply going through the motions and letting life get messy. When you ignore planning, life tends to spiral into chaos. By writing down your vision and your list of things to avoid, you're taking control and choosing order over disorder. Now grab a notebook and get detailed. Write out exactly what you're going to do every day and every week. Think of yourself like a mad scientist working on the coolest experiment ever, your life. Map out your schedule so clearly that nothing slips through the cracks. This isn't a rough sketch. It's your action plan to keep life on track and stop chaos from sneaking in. Next, take a break from all the distractions that don't add value to your life. When I say disappear, I don't mean vanish into thin air. I mean drop the people, apps, games, or habits that waste your time and energy. Cut them out without worrying about explaining yourself. Use that freed up energy to power your plan and stick to your vision. And here's another cool idea. Treat your routine like a game. Every small task you complete is like gaining points that help you level up. You might think the simple, everyday actions are boring, but they're the steps to reaching your big goal. Successful people play this game every day, turning the same little actions into real wins over time. Lastly, add in some rewards. Celebrate hitting mini goals and consider sharing your progress with a friend who supports you. Every step you take builds the future you want and steers you away from the pitfalls you don't. What small habit can you switch up today to start leveling up your life? Remember, this isn't something that happens overnight. Just like you wouldn't expect to see a game champion after one playthrough. Mastering life takes time and lots of trial and error. Embrace the journey, even when the results aren't immediate. Your daily actions, however simple, are crafting your own origin story of success.